Perched on the banks of the Arlanzon, Burgos stands proudly, guardian of a glorious past at the heart of Castille. While the city is now a must-visit destination for art and history lovers, it's also the birthplace of a man who became a legend, Rodrigo Díaz de Vivar, better known as El Cid. An intrepid warrior and exceptional strategist of the 11th century, El Cid embodies the chivalrous spirit of Spain. As the Christian reconquest of the country is in full swing, El Cid stands as a symbol of bravery and loyalty. Born a few kilometers from Burgos, in the village of Vivar, he grew up in this region before becoming a key figure in the battles for the reconquest of Spain. The legend of El Cid is intimately linked to Burgos, where his traces are still visible, from the Monastery of San Pedro de Cardenia, where he found refuge, to the very streets of the city that still resonate with his history. Today, we invite you to discover a city that has shaped Spanish identity between Christian faith and Moorish heritage. Our visit to Burgos begins at the castle, which dominates the city from the top of its hill. This millennial fortress, although under renovation, retains its imposing presence, transporting us back to the medieval era. Just behind, it's the Mirador del Castillo. This viewpoint offers us a spectacular panoramic view of the city. The spires of the Gothic Cathedral rise towards the sky, while the maze of ancient streets stretches out beneath us. This view invites us to a moment of contemplation, allowing us to embrace the history of this Castilian city in a single glance. We continue our exploration by heading towards Arco de San Esteban. This monumental gate is a Mudéjar-style remnant of the city's ancient walls, dating back to the 14th century. It's one of the few surviving examples of the medieval fortification of Burgos. We enter Calle Azorín, a quiet street that immerses us in the heart of the city. At the end of this street, Dr. Barra Park offers us a welcome break. In Calle del Hospital de los Ciegos, a surprise awaits us. On the wall of an old building, a monumental fresco depicting El Cid is revealed. This contemporary work, with its vibrant colors, contrasts beautifully with the surrounding medieval architecture. A few more steps, and we find ourselves in front of the Iglesia de San Rilapa. This 14th century Gothic church stands before us, its facade of golden stone shining under the Castilian sun. As we pass through the richly carved portal, we enter a world of silence and beauty. The interior of the church is a treasure of sacred art. Gilded altar pieces rise towards the vaults, their intricate details telling biblical stories. Light filters through the stained glass windows, casting colorful patterns on the stone floor. As we exit the church, we emerge into the picturesque Plaza de Huerto del Rey. At the center of the square stands the bronze sculpture of Flora, the Roman goddess of flowers and spring. She is depicted sitting on a fish, pouring water into a pitcher symbolizing the life she brings to vegetation. It's a pity there is no water. At the end of the square, we discover the majestic cathedral, an architectural jewel inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1984. As we approach, its Gothic spires, soaring 84 meters high, pierce the sky, leaving us speechless. The Cathedral of Santa María, a masterpiece of Spanish Gothic architecture, stands before us in all its splendor. Passing through the main portal, we are struck by the dizzying heights of the vaults and the light filtering through the colorful stained glass windows. Construction began in 1221 under the initiative of Ferdinand III of Castille and Bishop Maurice, inspired by the great Gothic cathedrals of France, such as those in Reims and Chartres. The building process extended over several centuries, allowing various artistic styles, from flamboyant Gothic to Renaissance, to harmoniously blend. Each step in the main nave reveals a new discovery. Here lies the tomb of El Cid and his wife, Doña Jimena. There, the spectacular dome of the transept, a true lacework of stone. The cimborio, an octagonal tower overlooking the choir, is one of the architectural marvels of the place, adorned with finely crafted decorations. But the true gem awaits us, the Escalera Dorada. This Renaissance staircase, the work of Diego de Siloé, is a marvel of gold and marble. Its dedicated carved railings and majestic steps invite us on a journey through time to when Burgos was one of the most prosperous cities in Spain. The cloister consists of two levels surrounding a central courtyard. Built between the 13th and 14th centuries, it represents a transition between Romanesque and Gothic styles and serves as an iconic space for monastic life, designed for prayer and meditation. The lower level is the oldest. It also houses the cathedral's treasure, a valuable collection of relics, ancient books, and liturgical objects of great historical and artistic significance. Among these treasures are chalices, gold and silver crosses, and illuminated manuscripts dating back several centuries. The cloister's walls are decorated with tombs and funerary monuments, some dedicated to bishops and nobles from the Castille region. Its courtyard is a true oasis of calm and spirituality at the heart of this imposing Gothic edifice. A few steps from the cathedral, we discover the Palacio de Castille, a superb example of Spanish Renaissance civil architecture. The palace is now the home of the municipal archives. We quickly pass by the Iglesia de Santa Águeda, a small church that appears modest, but is interesting because, according to legend, it's here that El Cid forced King Alfonso VI to publicly swear that he had not participated in the assassination of his brother. With the cathedral behind us, a striking visual dialogue is created between two iconic monuments of Burgos. We pass under the massive arch of Santa María, imagining the kings, knights, and pilgrims who have walked this same path over the centuries. This monumental gate, once the main entrance to the city, stands before us like an open book of history. Its facade, richly adorned with statues and coats of arms, tells the glorious story of Burgos and its heroes. Among the 12 bridges that span the Arlanzón and weave through the urban landscape of Burgos, we cross the Puente de Santa María. We follow the river a little further to Don Pablo Bridge, which catches our eye. At the end of the bridge stands the equestrian statue of El Cid on his horse, brandishing his sword. This tribute to the Christian hero is complemented by other statues. Among them are Doña Jimena, the wife of El Cid, Aben Galbon, his ally, and his son Diego, who was killed in the Battle of Consuegra. Our stroll then takes us to the Paseo del Espolón, the true green lung in the heart of the city. At the end of the avenue, the Teatro Principal, with its neoclassical facade, adds a touch of grandeur. This elegant tree-lined promenade runs along the Arlanzón River. We mingle with the residents of Burgos, who come here to relax, chat, or simply enjoy the sun. The statues that line the pathway catch our attention. Each one tells a part of the city's history and culture. We arrive at the Plaza Mayor, the vibrant heart of Burgos life. This rectangular square, surrounded by arcades, buzzes with activity. The colorful facades of the buildings, with their wrought iron balconies, create a picturesque setting. In the center, the statue of Carlos III dominates the square, reminding us of Burgos' role in the history of Spain. We settle down at the cafe terrace and watch the constant flow of people. Our path then leads us to Calle de Fernan, where the Solar del Cid is located, built in 1784. This site is believed to be the location of the birthplace of the Castilian hero. The area features a tiled floor, and the monument consists of 3 monoliths rising on a pedestal, bearing the coats of arms of Burgos and San Pedro de Cardenia. In the center is a commemorative plaque displaying the coat of arms of El Cid. We leave the city center to head to the Monastery of Santa María. This royal monastic complex, founded in the 12th century, impresses us with its size and imposing architecture. As we pass through the gates, we enter a world of calm and contemplation. The cloisters, with their elegant arcades, the gardens, and the Abbey Church bear witness to the power and wealth of the Cistercian order. Among the green spaces in the city, the Paseo de la Isla is one of the most notable, thanks to its rich botanical diversity and romantic design. Spanning 800 meters, this promenade offers an oasis of peace, ideal for escaping the urban bustle during the summer. It takes its name from the islands formed in the Arlanzan River and is home to nearly 100 species of plants such as elderberries, cypress trees, sequoias, and holm oaks. Throughout the pathway, one can find beautiful monuments such as the Renaissance-style Castille arches, fountain from the Monastery of San Pedro de Arlanza, and a bust honoring Cervantes. Our itinerary quickly takes us past the Iglesia de las Salesas, a beautiful example of Baroque architecture. Although we don't linger, its ornate facades catches our eye. Next door, the Paseo de los Cubos offers us a glimpse of the city's ancient fortifications. This promenade runs along the remnants of the medieval walls, with their characteristic cylindrical towers. It's an impressive testament to Burgos' fortified past, reminding us of its strategic importance in the Middle Ages. A little further along, we discover a local attraction, the statues of the Gigantillos and Gigantones, representing two characters with exaggerated features and strange proportions. These giant folk figures, usually made of paper mache, are used for carnivals during traditional festivals. Here, they have found a permanent place in the city. Our final stop takes us to the Plaza de San Juan, where the Parroquia de San Les Mesabas stands. This church, dedicated to the patron saint of Burgos, harmoniously blends Gothic and Renaissance styles. As the sun sets over Burgos, we leave this medieval city, still enchanted by the legends of El Cid and the splendor of its Gothic architecture. But our Castilian adventure is just beginning. We set our sights on Valladolid, a city where history seems to have concentrated its most epic moments. Christopher Columbus left his mark there. Miguel de Cervantes may have dreamed of the adventures of Don Quixote. And it's there that the Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella united their destinies, shaping the future of Spain. If, like us, you are eager to discover the secrets and hidden treasures of Valladolid, join us in our next episode to uncover them, and subscribe now so you don't miss any part of our odyssey through the soul of Spain. See you soon for new discoveries.